All right. So guys, I'm here broadcasting for the first time. Don't know what to really expect of this. Don't think I'm gonna get millions of views or anything like that. That'd be awesome, but doubt it. So even if one of you watch, that's awesome. So what I'm doing right now is I'm playing For Honor. I'm using a new main. I switched over to using Kensei. I avoid using the popular heroes for a while. Like you see, I'm about to play Orochi. So whenever I start using them, I used them by accident one day. My first mini match, I dropped like 16 kills. So I was like, holy shit, like I really like using this guy. I like his style. So immediately I went into training and just hands down just try to learn everything about him. I'm still getting good with his combos, which has been a struggle for me in learning how to use some of his other abilities, but it's working out. Let me alright, a little bit of respect here, let's do it. Holy shit. Yes. So like I said, I'm not making this video to show off like how good I am. I'm no god type player in this game by far, not even close. But I really enjoy playing it. I really enjoy Kensei's moves. So let's see if we can step it up some. So I'm gonna give this man respect. He's absolutely wrecking me. And again, this is rank 2. You're gonna find your better players in here. He's on the level of my rank, or she. But yeah.
Round 3.
See if I can bring this back. Alright, so, to be honest there, I got pretty lucky. So let's see.
Round 4.
Alright, so this guy, he's with Orochi just like everyone else, or the majority of people. He's just light spamming. He's just doing his side swipes and light spamming the whole time. So really for me, it's just trying to learn his the timing for my opponent. Everyone plays a little bit differently, so it's usually takes me a round or two to start up. The one thing I don't like about these ranked matches is that you can't I'm sorry. you can't rematch in these ranked matches. So the one thing that I really like about a rematch is that hopefully the opponent that I'm rematching has the same hero, someone that they're using. Because now after a match or two, I've learned their timing, I've learned their moves, their playstyle, and I can kind of work my counter to try and defeat them. So I'm not the type of person, I don't mind. I can take a loss, no problem at all. So the one thing I like to do is I'm always trying to get better. So if I can rematch the best 100 times, I don't care if I lose 100 of them. It's only gonna make me better. So especially with this game, man, you gotta practice. Timing, attacks, and especially situationals. That's the one thing I learned too. If you look at my heroes here, I don't have a lot of them unlocked. I use Shinobi a lot. I originally started off with Nobushi, so shout out to Nobushi. She was the first hero ever unlocked on this game. I absolutely loved her. And then I started branching off into other heroes. I think next I went to Valk, played her for like a couple matches, and then went to Centurion. Use Centurion a lot. But yeah, Shinobi and Armush are usually the ones I go to. I don't have a ton of time in this game. But I'm getting there. So either I see nobody's watching this, so I'm gonna have to go back and check, but it looks like quote me if I'm wrong, this looks like the same exact person I was just playing against. So if they are Nobushi, they're either gonna, if it is the same person, it's probably gonna know my playstyle, my speed a little bit, so I'll try and switch it up. If it's not, because I'm crazy, and I guess if it's not him, then yeah. Just a couple side dashes.
Victory!
I don't think it is the same person. But I was saying earlier is that even if it was the same person, you use Nobushi, he was have to time Nobushi's hit attacks and defenses with mine. So it's still kind of an even match. If it was him, you use the same Orochi again, it would make this fight a lot more difficult. Okay. I just tried to show him some respect. So now I'm gonna wreck him.
Victory!
So I really don't like that. Usually I don't emote and try and show off a lot, but every now and then if I have an opponent, which I keep saying I think I played this guy again, I just want to show him a little bit of respect, bow to him, and he's gonna go and hit me, so yep, he got me this one. So let me give him his props. He fucked me up there. I didn't think he was gonna be able to get all those tops on me. I got a little bit cocky. I was like, I could dodge these. Since I'm used to being Nobushi, like I mentioned before, that was the hero I started playing with. So I'm pretty familiar with a lot of her movesets, and then seeing her in battle. But her moves are really telegraphed. She's one of the slowest, but her bleed damage is, whew. So that second guard break I did, that automatically stuns him. I thought I love that move. So sometimes you'll see me trying to time it right and then go with the top light or top heavy, and I don't know why I do it, but I'll end up in this little animation where I just keep guard breaking, and then I end up losing all my stamina. Like I'll do it like 3 or 4 times in a row before anyone attacks or defends, does anything, and I'm like, oh man, I'm sitting here looking like an idiot. I'll have to go back into this recording because I'm pretty sure I did it in the first round too. So, yeah. So I'm gonna play one more. I'm different than most people, even with games that I play often. I play Rainbow Six a lot, and I used to play Overwatch a lot also. Not very good at either one of them. I'm not a diamond player or anything like that, just really enjoy playing. But the one thing that I absolutely loved about it is that, or that I love about it is I love going into ranked modes. Like I said earlier, I like playing against the best of the best. That's only going to make you better. So even if I'm not, how do I put this? I'm sorry, I forget what I just said. So like with games like that, especially like Rainbow Six and for Honor, I don't like going into like a casual mode or like a Dominion or a regular 1v1 or even training. I like to go straight in, like high intensity, best of the best, and try and, you know, go from there. So that way when I move over to Dominion after this game, I think that I'll be warmed up a little bit better. So for example, Rainbow Six, which I'm a little bit more knowledgeable about than I am for Honor. If I go on Rainbow Six, I never play casual mode. Number one, it's too toxic. And two, once I go into ranked, if I were to go into a, I'm going to generalize this because I know there's a lot of good players that play casual, but generally I'll be able to go in there and wreck them with no problem, which then becomes boring. We win every game with a good team, so I try to stick to ranked. Just a little personal preference of mine. But yeah, I'm really liking my Shinobi, black and yellow for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, it's my hometown. Trying to get his gear up. I use Shinobi a lot in Dominion. Oh yeah. My main focus lately has been trying to get as many perks activated as possible. Alright, Carnivorous Brain. Let's see what you got. So yeah, I'm really liking Kensei. Another thing I do too is, I know you guys are probably going here and just destroying me for how bad my first couple rig fights were. And I tend to, even though I use Aramusha a lot, I tend to fight really badly against them. So I don't know how this is gonna go. Hopefully not too bad, but that blockade that they have is just, oof, yeah. It's a Twin Dragons, Twin Blade, something like that Aramusha has, that is just absolutely devastating and quick too. His his chain attacks are just amazing. So I'm gonna open him up with a, ooh, okay. So you see with Aramusha, since he has that blockade, I'll feign a lot. Just because if he hits me with that, he's gonna get a sick counter with those Twin Blades, Twin Dragons. I'll either correct it later, or if someone decides to watch this, correct it for me. But yeah, that's the goal there. So I'm gonna hit him with a lot of light attacks. Okay. I just got lucky there. See? You'll see him, when Aramusha does the blockade, he crosses both swords in front of him and ducks down a little bit. So when you hit it, he deflects your attack and he can come in with a counter, and then he turns that into a chain attack that is just absolutely devastating if you know how to use them and you know how to use your feints correctly. So that's the one thing I didn't do that round, is I didn't feint much. So I'm gonna try a couple. And the one thing I noticed about Musha, shit, he's wrecking me. I'm thinking too much. I need to concentrate on the fight. So I will after this round. But the one thing I noticed about our Musha is that he is really resilient. I feel like he's the comeback kid. I've had a lot of fights where I have him myself and against him, just down to like a bar or half a bar, and somehow wow, that was really close.
Victory! Round 5.
So, let me give it all I got here. I'm gonna try and get some chain combos in here. Oh, that's what I was saying. I noticed that Kansei needs a lot of room. He's not very good in close quarters. So I noticed he's going bottom left to top a lot. So I'm gonna give him his props. He got me there. I should have had him. I kind of got, when I was out of stamina and I had him down out of stamina also, I went for that heavy attack from the side. Shouldn't have done that. I knew it was going to take too long, but I tried my chances. Kind of, those are the risks and rewards. So I definitely wouldn't recommend doing that. Oops. I did want to give that match higher stars. But I do often, I like to rank the matches that I play in. Even if I get my ass whooped, I don't mind at all. So like I said, I get a couple warm-ups and ranked and then go from there. So let's go to battle. The one thing that I am going to start doing is I play Dominion early in the morning at this time. Just because it's so obviously very high activity. As far as tribute and deathmatch, they're pretty low. Even though I personally think they're the better game modes, I play Dominion just because that's what everyone else is playing. It's easier to find a match then. But usually I play those game modes whenever I get into a squad, which is really helpful also. Communication is key in every team game. That's pretty soon here. My daughter and my fiance are going to be waking up, so it's going to get it's going to get pretty loud here. I guarantee it. So at that time, I'll probably either mute my mic like my game show, and maybe record over it later just to give us some commentary. Maybe talk about what I'm doing during the matches. So me broadcasting today is one of these things. It's like I've watched people stream. I have friends that do it, and it's getting really popular now. So I'm really late on the bandwagon. But it's one of those things. It's like when I'm at my job each night, I listen to podcasts, and I always think like, oh man, I would love to do a podcast. There's a lot of stuff I like to talk about. I'm big into conspiracies. I'm one of those people. No, I don't think the Earth's flat or anything like that, but I tend to find myself getting sucked down a rabbit hole into government conspiracies and stuff like that. Um, so I've always wanted to do something around that topic. So I think broadcasting my gameplay is it's going to be more for myself than it is for any fans. Like I said, whoever watches this, congratulations, you met the most boring man on earth, who is not very good at video games. I think that, let me rephrase that, not that I'm not very good at video games, as I play a broad array of games. As, oops. I don't know if you guys can see this. Hopefully you can. But I play a decent amount of games regularly. And this is only one of my accounts. I have other accounts where I play a lot of single player games on. Yeah. Like, I can hold my own in most sport games. Shooters are my first love, though. So right after this, I'm definitely going to go to Rainbow Six and broadcast. And I've also fallen in love with Battle Royale games. As you can tell, I have 3 right in a row here. I also just deleted Black Ops 4 on Call of Duty for more storage space. And I have my family, so I will be mute my mic here momentarily. As you can see, like I said, take some time. So guys, I am going to mute my mic for a moment here, and it'll be back momentarily. Also, the one thing I was mentioning about earlier about how I always warm up in like ranked matches or whatever the most high level competitiveness or competitive game mode in each game I play is when I come to, like, for Honor, for example, when I come to Dominion, I feel that kills come much more easily to me. And then I can also focus on using my feats and my gear perks, which you don't get too much of in the duels and brawls. So I like to use those a lot. I have some really good feats for Kensei that I unlocked right away. I wasn't waiting to rank up. So let's see here. Currently, I am using fast recovery. As you can tell from my duels, I tend to attack a lot, and then I also tend to get myself backed into corners. Like it's kind of like when you're in a boxing match in real life or a fight, and you start to hold your breath. To me, that's kind of what that's like. So stamina regeneration is just awesome for me. And then I always go back and forth between these two, fast recovery and body count. Body count's nice. I use that for Aramusha, just with the way his chain attack is for his lights without a lock on, just really just mows through minions one at a time. So it really helps you out with gaining health and stamina, especially in those matches when you can't necessarily get to a flag or a point to get your health back right away. So definitely that helps out some. So yeah, got Nobushi. Always respecting Nobushi. I have enough for a booster. I don't. I always forget the heroes' names too. I think his name's Tiondia. He's a pretty good fighter too. So This match is gonna start. I'm just off screen for a second. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Um, so, like I said, I'm also new to broadcasting and game sharing. So, like, on my screen, it shows where everything is, and I'm gonna look into these settings, do some videos and some research on this, just so I'm not looking like an idiot doing this in the future. But it looks like one person's watching, and if you are, send me a message, let me know who you are, or it might be myself. I don't know that either, so definitely let me know what you think. I'm gonna start off by going to A. It's time to fight.
You lost Zone B.
So, he fucked me up.
You lost Zone A. You captured Zone B.
You deserve that. I was really abusing, trying to do the, oh, I got a real bad itch. Trying to do the side step strike, or the dash strike, or whatever you want to call it. Side dash into the heavy, which is a really, I love it for counters. So they're fighting. I honestly want no parts.
You lost Zone B.
So I'm gonna try and keep him away from this objective.
You
Captured it, now we can fight. That's cool. Ah, spamming Orochis. Love it. That's what you get for spamming. You gotta use more than R1. So I got two of them.
You lost Zone B.
I really need to practice my feints and counters more too. That's a big one. And I also tend to leave my teammates a lot. I've also noticed, which isn't always the best technique. I always forget that I'm not playing duels. As you see, I probably haven't talked about my teammates one time. So I got my teammate up at A. I'm gonna go help him out. In this game mode, I don't care about honor or any of that. I will gank. Oh, she came out of nowhere. Ooh, shit. So let me get my team together. Trying to get them to group up. I don't think they will. But yeah, let's do this. Let's go to A. And for you guys that maybe hear me on the mic, I'm also streaming right now. So it seems like I'm talking in the third person a lot, that's why. I'll give him a good fight for that. Held his own.
Is breaking.
God, latency's high in this game. Come on, you guys need to capture any flag. Yeah, we need to stop the break.
You captured Zone A.
This game.
You lost Zone A. Defeat.
Alright guys, so I'm gonna end this. It's my first broadcast ever. First stream ever. And I'll review it, see how it goes.